Welcome back to the Murktide video in the Modern League. We are currently 1-0 after defeating Amulet Titan in a 2-1 matchup. Normally, I struggle against Amulet Titan, but it felt like yesterday my opponent struggled just as much as I normally do, so I got some clean wins. So let's go on to our next one and see what we got. All right, we've lost the die roll again. I rolled a 1, which is fantastic. Love that. All right, so we have one land. So I just think this hand's really weak on the draw. I mean, the preordained's nice, and we can go preordain into something, but like 3 1-drops into a blind matchup where I don't know. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. This is a bit better. I have Counterspell, Stern Scolding, Unholy Heat. I have action. Yeah, let's run with this. We'll put back probably this Bobble. Skamaz, huh? Dear Ragavan? Sure. All right, now of course this opens me up to getting scammed on turn 2. Like a grief scam turn 2. But I think more so my opponent's just going to go Dothy. Thoughtseize is fine. Probably take the Murktide here. The rest of the hand is super reactive. Although they could take Counterspell. I could see them taking Counterspell for sure and just playing around Stern Scolding. I could see them taking Stern Scolding and playing around Counterspell. Yeah, and Murktide makes the most sense there. All right, so now we need a 1-drop, and we're flooding because when do we not flood with my deck? Kind of hoping they pull like a Counterspell or something. Lightning Bolt. If they have nothing better to do, they can just fire that off towards my face. It does suck because that would have also cleared off the Ragavan. Dothy. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Let's take that. Let's counter that. If they grief us now and grief scam, then it is what it is, but and I probably should have fetched there. That's my fault, but all right, so we do have a lightning bolt. I want to play this island. It's possible they go for like a blood moon or something. All right, they're on 4 cards. I'm on 2. Okay. I mean, they're just going to take my counterspell, so it's fine. It's interesting they look kind of stuck on this. I should have fetched again. It's fine. Another counterspell. All right. So we've had enough action to kind of put off our opponent during this game so far, which is nice. I should be fetching here, but otherwise I think it's... And maybe I should have played that, but I don't think it really matters that much. All right, they're passing. All right, we're going to grab our other basic island here. Just because, again, playing around like a potential surprise blood moon and just having both of our... Yeah. We'll counter the Bowmasters. I don't want them to have really any pressure here. Preordain. Nice top deck afterwards. All right, we're going to go top, bottom here. Play the Flooded Strand and pass. And we're just going to yield to land step. We can't really do anything. Now, we're hoping there's no grief. We're hoping there's no... we're hoping there's no, like, Thoughtseize. And with them passing through, obviously there's neither. Subtlety's not bad. Alright, so I want to go hand, bottom, exile, play the Misty, and pass. They have 5 cards in hand, and you're telling me that they have nothing to play here? Like, they just don't even have a scam effect? That's what I'm guessing. It's like their hands just loaded up with a bunch of stuff, and it's just like they don't want to play it. Bobble's not terrible. So really, if I throw out this iteration, I'm looking for a land. So let's do that. All right, hand, bottom, exile. I think Ragavan's terrible in this spot. All right, now we'll bobble We'll bobble our opponent. Actually, no. Actually, yeah. I think I'm okay with letting them play like a... Alright, a Dothy, that's fine. And I will... let's not yield through a turn. They might flash in something. They might flash in Dothy, and I might just counter it. Or not Dothy, Bowmasters. Yeah, I'm just going to counter the Bowmasters here. Maybe that, and maybe I should have just subtletied the Bowmasters, but then that leaves me open to Fury. Alright, so this Spell Pierce can stop like a... This is fine. I'm not doing anything about that. Should have fetched it again. It's okay. Go Shredder Subtlety. I kind of do want to just play the Shredder out right now. And see what happens. Let's not yield. Let's hold in case they decide they want to bolt during my turn. All right, they get their 4th land. They can now grief. Let's take 3. I'm okay taking 3 here. Fable? Grief. Okay. So this is where we're gonna fetch untapped. And now cast the subtlety. Just to get some value out, and now we're pretty good on this. The land doesn't help me in any way, shape, or form. So if they have a Fury in hand, we might just lose. So they just, evoke Fury, kill one of these. And the grief one on the bottom of the library, which is fine. Really looking for like a preordained iteration here. The other iterations we've had were fine, but they just didn't do enough. All right, so they are attacking. I go to 6. I have seen no lightning bolts. They could double bolt here and kill me. Yeah, and not fetching end of turn really, really injured me. All right, so we have a counter spell. So I can't block this either. I'm really hoping they double spell during their turn, so I can at least trigger Shredder. I don't need to play the Spire Bluff Canal. This can get discarded with Ledger Shredder. All right, they take me to 3. Fourth land. They fetch, though, they die. Because I can just counter anything they throw at me. But if they don't fetch, I need a bolt, an unholy heat. All right, they're griefing me. I just don't want this to resolve on the battlefield, so... Oh, they evoke griefed. Okay. Heat bolt. Interactive spell. I think I just have to let that go, honestly, and hope I get like a preordained iteration, something like that. Maybe I should have played it. They're drawing a swamp. All right, so it comes down to just a really slow game. Let's see, we draw. It's an iteration. It's too late. Okay. Game 2. Just a rough game. Just a rough game. I don't know. All right, so we take out our Ragavans on the for this matchup. No, come on. Bring in another Fury, bring in that, and bring in these. So it's Fury, a second subtlety, and 2 dress downs. Yes. I was right. I had it right. All right, let's go. Yes, I'd like to play first. Yeah, not having a removal spell for that Dothy sucked a lot. Boy, I just wish you were any other land. If you were any other land, I'd be so happy. I think I still have to, like, this is so good, and like I maybe eventually kill myself with it, but I think I just have to keep this. So go Islet Bobble. Hopefully find that second land. They draw Terminate. Okay. Unholy Heat, sure. Ragavan. I think we're gonna heat this. Counterspell. Okay. Just stuck on this one land. Dothy. Do I bolt or do I scolding this? I think I'm scolding this because I can at least respond to a Fury scam. All right, let's just keep passing. Whenever we get out of this this screw, we'll be in great shape. Great shape. Like, this looks like we're definitely holding for a Bowmasters. This makes me not want to play my Consider at all. I just need to keep passing. Oh man, that's huge. That's such a blowout. I just have all my counter spells for the early plays. I can't do anything. Another preordain. All right, so I can't. I am just gonna roll with it, and we're gonna see what happens. All right, so we have Fury Spire Bluff. All right, so Fury unfortunately has to go on the bottom. This will go on the top. We'll play the Spire Bluff and pass. And maybe I could have. Maybe no. I think it's fine. This Fable resolves. Is it proper to kill the shaman now or to consider now? I think it's proper to consider now. Dress down. Yeah, we're getting to the point where they're going to be able to start hard casting their elementals, so we'll draw it. Bobble. So I can go Murktide, but remember we did see that Terminate from my opponent, so playing Terminate is actually super bad here. So just gonna go Preordain. This dress down can go on the bottom. This can go on the top. We'll play that and pass. So I want to hold Counterspell for it. I want to have at least like 4 or 5 mana before I play Murktide. I didn't play Bobble because they can upkeep. They can upkeep. What the hell is it called? Bowmasters. All right, and I didn't kill this yet. I think I'm gonna wait for the beginning of combat to do it. All right, they discard Fable. No, they just discard 1 card. They discard Fury. All right, so we're gonna bolt that at the beginning of combat. We're gonna hold. We're not gonna. We're purposely not fetching here, because if we fetch, they can Bowmasters in response, and I lose the opportunity to turn Scolding. So I'm just holding that there. Another Murktide. All right, I am just gonna cast this. I will do that. And then we'll pass. Maybe I could have cracked there. All right, so they get their reflection. All right, we're gonna do this. We're just gonna pass intentionally again. On the second bobble. I feel like I do need to start kind of cracking these. Just get an island. Play another bobble. Pass. No. We'll crack one. It's a Thoughtseize. So I'm going to lose one of my Murktides. Unless I counter it. I don't really want to counter it. So they might take Counterspell or Dress Down, depending on what they have. Yeah, this is fine. You just have Bowmasters. Ooh, maybe I should have. No, maybe I should have Dressed Down, actually, in response to the cast. Well, actually, with the ETB going on the stack. With the ETB going on the stack, I can play the Dress Down. They can't copy throughout the rest of the opponent to the rest of the opponent's turn. So I get to consider. Okay, they still get an army token, which is my fault. I should have cast it beforehand. I should have played it in response. All right, so we have a DRC and another Murktide, a third Murktide. So I am going to cast this. I'm likely casting this Consider in response, not in response. If they take it, fine. But they are likely taking Counterspell at this point. So I took 1 point of damage that I didn't need to take. They're probably taking Counterspell. That way I can't protect my Murktide. Unless I like rip an iteration. Like I can obviously go like DRC here and then iterate into like iteration or like something. So they take the counterspell like I thought. Probably deal me 4, go to 9. No, we want to consider, we want to use this still. We're still looking for lands or iterations. I have 5 cards in hand too. That's crazy. Yeah, I would have saved myself 2 additional damage on this turn cycle. If I was just played slightly smarter. So they have 2 mana. This Terminate is going to prevent a lot of shit, honestly. So things I would like Iteration, a Lightning Bolt, an Unholy Heat, anything really. I just need to kill this Kikijiki. I just need to kill this Reflection. Obviously, I feel I got like Iteration into land removal spell. That'd be great. They're evoking Grief. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. So now I'm in big trouble. I need that fear. Alright, so we go 2 and 2. They have 2 mana up. So really, I'd like a Spell Pierce. Spire Bluff doesn't do it. All right. No scam? No scam? No scam. Let's go. Yeah, I'm taking like it's just this Terminate, man. Like I might just make like a 4/4 Murktide or so, or like a 5/5 Murktide. Iteration's good. Cool brick, bro. Let's go hand bottom exile. Still taking 2 here. I go to 3 to make this play. No. No. So now I can't even counterspell. Yeah, I just drew so badly this game. Yep, you got it. I don't know. I don't feel like I did much wrong. It's just I didn't draw well. Like maybe obviously like the opening hand was really weak because it was 1 land, and then I didn't draw any lands for like multiple turns, and still wound up tying them in lands. But they just had all the pressure in the world. I think it's just like I think it was like one of those bad luck games where it's like, okay, there's a couple spots where I feel like I made like major mistakes, but or like a couple like maybe minorish mistakes, but like I don't feel like I played that match badly at all. It's just, you know, your opponent just had better hands than you, and you just, you didn't get to your card advantage spells, and they just had their card advantage spells. So unfortunate. But thanks for watching. Let me know what you think where you think I went wrong in the comments. Give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you're liking the content, and until tomorrow's video, see you then.